One book passage that's always stuck with me ever since I first read it was the Litany Against Fear from Frank Herbert's 1965 sci-fi fiction novel Dune. And here's the passage. I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will permit it to pass over me, and when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. And when I first read that, I thought, wow, it really is a mind killer. It really is a little death that just eats away at everything and obliterates it to the point where you can't think about it doing the thing anymore that you feared. What a great way to put it. If you're acting out of fear, it's almost like a fog. You can't think and you can't make good decisions. And if you let it take over your mind, it will cause you to shut down entirely. It really does kill you. I think this past year, we've all been tested on how we face our fears, and we have to remember the only way out is through. The thing about fear is you have to face it for it to go away. If you run away from it, it only gets bigger. Maybe because you can't see it, it just grows behind you like this big monster or something. But if you look at it and face it, see its path, so to speak, where the fear will really take you, it becomes smaller and you can see where it's going, where it's leading you. Usually the thing you're afraid of is much smaller when you actually look at it and face it. And beyond that, just like the litany says, you have to let it pass through you. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You're going to feel some pain. That's why I think it's a really cool passage, because he had to put his hand in that device that caused pain, because you know it's going to hurt. Like, you know it's going to be uncomfortable, painful. You're going to feel bad for that second. But you know what? It's always shorter than you think. And maybe that's why we run away from it, in order to protect ourselves from the pain. But we have to embrace the pain a little bit, just like Paul did. Now, anytime I get afraid of something that I know I have to do, obviously there's some fears where, it's healthy to be afraid of, like fire, stuff like that. But it's something like you need to do, like talk to someone, confront someone to move that relationship forward, like to have a real conversation. Then now, anytime I get afraid of it, I just try to think of this litany. I've used it now in situations where I'm afraid to say what I really think, because that's been a fear of mine, because you're really being vulnerable, and sometimes it's going to cause confrontation. And I don't like to be in a situation where someone could get mad at me or yell at me or have an uncomfortable reaction. But I've realized that it's always smaller than I thought. And now I do it as much as I can. Obviously, I don't do it all the time, because sometimes it gets the better of me. But this passage has really helped me to do that. And it's actually made me into a much calmer, more peaceful person. And I feel more confident going into situations where I know I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I know I'm going to feel some pain. I know that I'm going to come out the other side and it's going to be me there. The fear isn't going to be there anymore. As the passage says, only I remain. And it's true that only you're going to be there. The fear will have gone. And you know what? You feel more confident, really. Like, you know what? I faced it. I faced my fear. Anyway, I hope you guys face your fears and don't let fear run your life and be a mind killer to you. This drawing that I did is actually for an upcoming project. I won't say what it is yet. You guys can guess in the comments if you want. I don't think you'll be able to guess from this, but it's for an upcoming project, so stay tuned for that. And if you like this video in any way, please consider subscribing. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you.